ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. Reading from the book. The four forms Vasudeva, Sankarsana, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha are also expanded in the Vilasa Murti. These are eight in number and their names are Purushottama, Achyuta, Nrsimha, Janardana, Hari, Krishna, Adokshaja, and Upendra. Out of these eight names, two names, Adokshaja and Purushottama, are the Vilasa or forms of Vasudeva. Similarly, Upendra and Achyuta are the forms of Sankarsana. Nrsimha and Janardana are the Vilasa forms of Pradyumna, and Hari and Krishna are the two forms of Aniruddha. This Krishna is different from the original Krishna. These 24 forms are known as Vilasa manifestation of the Prabhava, four-handed form, and are differently named according to the different position of the symbolic representation. That is the mace, the disc, the lotus flower, the conch shell. Out of these 24 forms, there is also division of Vilasa and Vaibhava. Names mentioned herein, such as Pradyumna, Trivikrama, Vamana, Hari, and Krishna, are also different in features. In coming in the Prabhava Vilasa of Krishna, which is Vasudeva, Sankarsana, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. There are a total of 24 variations. All of them have Vaikuntha planets in the spiritual sky, which are situated in eight different directions. And although each of them is eternally in the spiritual sky, still some of them manifest in the material world also. In the spiritual sky, all the planets dominated by the feature of Narayana are eternal. And the topmost planet in the spiritual sky is called Krishna Loka. That Krishna Loka is divided into three different portions: Gokula, Madhura, and Dwaraka. In the Madhura portion, the form of Keshava is always situated. He is also represented on this earthly planet. In India, there is a place called Mathura where Keshava Murti is worshipped, and similarly, there is a Purushottama form in Jagannathapuri in Orissa. In Anandaraya, there is a form of Vishnu, and in Mayapur, the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya, there is a form of Hari. Many other forms are situated elsewhere on this earthly planet. Not only in this universe, but in all the other universes, such forms are distributed everywhere. On this earthly planet, also it is indicated that the entire world is divided into seven islands. And it's understood that on each and every island there are similar forms. But at the present moment, they are found they are found only in India. They are indicated to be in the other parts of the world, but at present there is no information telling where they are situated. But from Vedic literature, we can understand that there are forms in the other parts of the world. These different forms of Krishna are distributed all over the world, and the universe is to give pleasure to the devotee. Not that the devotees are only born in India, actually, in all parts of the world. There are devotees who have simply forgotten their identity. Such forms incarnate come not only to give pleasure to the devotee, but also to re-establish devotional service and to perform other activities which vitally concern the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Some of them are incarnations as mentioned in the scriptures, such as the Vishnu incarnation, Trivikram incarnation, Nrsimha incarnation, and Vamana incarnation. In the Siddhartha Samhita, there is a description of the 24 forms of Vishnu, named differently in the terms of different symbolic representations in the four hands. When describing the different positions of paraphernalia in the hands of Vishnu Murti, the conic should begin first with the lower right hand and then to the upper right hand, next to the lower left hand, and then lastly to the um, lower left hand. In this way, club, conch, shell, and wheel and lotus flower represent Vasudeva. Club, conch, shell, lotus flower, and wheel represent Shankarshna. Similarly, wheel, conch, shell, and club and lotus flower represent the Pradyumna. Wheel, club, and conch, shell, and lotus flower represent Aniruddha. In the spiritual sky, the representations of Narayana, 20 number, are calculated as follows. Conch shell, wheel flower, and club represents Rishikesha. Conch shell, lotus flower, club, and wheel represents Narayana. Club, wheel, and conch shell and lotus flower represent Sri Madhava. Wheel, club, lotus flower, and conch shell represents Sri Govinda. Club, lotus flower, conch shell, and wheel represent Vishnumurti. Wheel, conch shell, lotus flower, and club represents Madhusudana. Lotus flower, club, and wheel, conch shell, sorry. Lotus flower, club, and wheel, and lotus flower represents Trivikram. Sridhara is represented by lotus flower, wheel, club, and conch shell. Conch shell, lotus flower, wheel, and club represents Padmanava. Damodar is represented by lotus flower, wheel, club, and conch shell. Wheel, lotus flower, conch shell, and club represent Purushotama. Club, lotus flower, and wheel, and conch shell represent Sri Achyuta. Wheel, lotus flower, and club, and conch shell represent Sri Nrsimha. Lotus flower, wheel, conch shell, and club represent Janardana. Janardhan. Conch shell, wheel, lotus flower, and club represent Sri Hari. Conch shell, club, lotus flower, and club, sorry, conch shell, club, lotus flower, and wheel represent Sri Krishna. Lotus flower, club, conch shell, and wheel represents Adokshaja. Conch shell, club, and wheel, and lotus flower represents Upendra. According to Ayatrisha Panchatatra, there are 16 forms, and there are all different in names. In terms of the wheel and club being differently situated, the conclusion is that Supreme Original Personality of Godhead is Krishna. He is called Lila Purushottama, and he is principally in Vrindavan as the son of Nanda. He's also learned from the Hayasirsha Pancharacha that 9 forms are projecting to Puris, known as Madhura Puri and Dwarka Puri. The 4 forms of Vasudeva, Sankarsana, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha, and beside these 4 forms, there are Narayana form, Nrsinga form, Hayagriva form, Varaha form, and Brahma. The above description are different manifestations of the Prakasha and Vilasa forms of the Lord Krishna. Now, Lord Chaitanya informs Sanatana Goswami that there are different forms of Swamsa also. Swamsa forms are divided into Sankarsana division and Incarnation division. From Sankarsana division comes the 3 Purana Avatara, the Kshirodakashayi Vishnu, Garbhodakashayi Vishnu, and Kashirodakashayi Vishnu. The other divisions are also, the other division is called Leela Avatara, that is Lord Incarnation as a fish and as a tortoise, etc. There are
Krishna
6
Prabhu.
incarnations. Hare Krishna.
I think we can start the summary.
Yeah, the Lord is pretty much what to say, compared in different forms. Despite of what it is, he is still the original Lord Sri Krishna. Let me start my chanting, Prabhu.
Okay, sure. Once